G'day everyone. Welcome back to the ICC Jimbo channel. Wow guys, what a tournament we just witnessed. Truly one of the best World Cups out there. Obviously as an Australian, I'm over the moon in joy. I'm so proud of these lads, who at the start of this tournament struggled. But Pat Cummins, being the true leader he is, led this team to greatness. And if I'm being honest, if we didn't have Cummins as captain, we would not be sitting here with the World Cup trophy today. Now for this video, I'm going to review every single team's World Cup tournament, game by game. But obviously because there are so many games, certain games won't be mentioned as much as others. Round 1. The Kiwis struck for revenge after last World Cup's final. And they didn't only get revenge, they also got a laugh with it, thrashing the lackluster Poms by 9 wickets. Pakistan took care of business to open up their World Cup campaign against the young and promising Netherlands by 81 runs. Bangladesh comfortably chased down Afghanistan's total of 156 runs to kickstart their campaign brightly. South Africa shocked the cricket world, getting a mammoth total of 428 runs and were able to comfortably defend their total against Sri Lanka. The host nation India brushed Australia off their shoulders in what was an incredibly disappointing effort from our Aussie men to start off their World Cup campaign. 199 runs is simply not enough against India. Round 2. New Zealand flexed their muscles against the Netherlands once again, showing that they will be a threat this World Cup. England bounced back against Bangladesh in a big way, winning by 137 runs and showing that it may not be all doom and gloom for the Poms. Pakistan's strong start continues, defeating Sri Lanka by 6 wickets. Mind you, the total run chase was 345 runs, which is simply impressive. India crushed and crunched Afghanistan by 8 wickets to once again show that they are a true threat. South Africa once again got a big total of 311 runs and were able to easily defend it against another disastrous effort from our Aussies, as we have yet to go over the 200 mark. Round 3. The Kiwis defeated a poor Bangladesh unit by 8 wickets. Bangladesh's bowling unit thus far has been extremely poor, and New Zealand exploited that. One of the biggest rivalries is upon us, India vs Pakistan, and this time it was India who were able to run away with the victory, and they did it comfortably, chasing down 191 runs with ease, only losing 2 wickets in the process. Afghanistan shocked the whole world, upsetting the Palms by 69 runs, which will go down as one of the greatest moments in Afghanistan's cricket history. Pat Cummins' men finally bounced back, easily defeating Sri Lanka by 5 wickets, as this started a 9-win game streak that would eventually give us glory. Another major upset occurred this round, and that was the Netherlands defeating what looks like an unstoppable South African team by 38 runs, in what would go down as one of the biggest upsets in this whole tournament. Round 4. New Zealand kept up their dominant ways, easily taking down Afghanistan by 149 runs. India also took care of business, comfortably beating Bangladesh. The Aussies are back! This time it was Pakistan on the radar, as we took them down by 62 runs. Sri Lanka defeated the Netherlands by 5 wickets to a desperate plea to start their World Cup. Lastly, South Africa dismantled a laughably terrible England side. Round 5. India are the only undefeated team, as they defeated the Kiwis surprisingly reasonably comfortably. Afghanistan once again took care of business, this time smashing Pakistan by 8 wickets, another groundbreaking achievement for this team. South Africa defeated Bangladesh with ease, which pretty much ends Bangladesh's final hopes. The Aussies humiliated the Netherlands by 309 runs, as Glenn Maxwell got the quickest century in World Cup history, and with the ball, the Aussies prevented the Netherlands from even getting 100 runs on the board. Sri Lanka destroyed the worst Pom side I've ever seen by 8 wickets, and I'll tell you what, as an Aussie, it is so good to see England this bad. Round 6. This is the first time this tournament I've seen South Africa challenged, as they had to chase this time. Pakistan batted beautifully, getting a total of 270 runs, but South Africa showed why they are a powerhouse, scraping through the line with a score of 9 for 271 to win this great match of cricket. A day later, we got another classic. Australia's David Warner and Travis Head opened up the Aussies batting perfectly, before a couple of struggles in the middle and a strong ending to get a score of 388. On a small field, I knew this would be a challenge, and a challenge it was. New Zealand were never behind on the run rate, but in the end, with terrific fielding from Marnus in particular, we were able to defeat the Kiwis by 5 runs in an absolute classic. One of my favourite games of this entire tournament. Straight after that, the game between the Netherlands and Bangladesh was a pretty rubbish one. Netherlands secured their second win by defeating Bangladesh by 87 runs. Round 7. India batted extremely poorly for their standards against a surprisingly decent English bowling unit. Well, my friends, just because you get 229 runs doesn't mean all doom and gloom. Remember, this is the morally perfect Poms we're talking about. India not only defeated England, but they absolutely embarrassed them once again. Surely I wonder what Piers Morgan is up to during this tournament. I have not heard anything from him during his talk shows. Have a sook, Piers. Anyway, back to the games. Afghanistan took down Sri Lanka to give them their 3rd win of the tournament, and now Afghanistan are in decent form and are ready to push for a finals berth. Pakistan comfortably defeated a weak Bangladesh side by 7 wickets to keep their finals hopes alive. South Africa destroyed the Kiwis to give them their 3rd loss in a row. Mind you, unfortunately, there were a lot of injuries for New Zealand at this time. Round 8. Surprise, surprise, India destroyed Sri Lanka, but by 302 runs, and now it's truly India's World Cup to lose. Afghanistan won another game against the Netherlands, and this is to make it 3 wins in a row, and now they are serious contenders for finals. Pakistan handed New Zealand their 4th loss in a row, but this time it was the DLS, and that was what got involved, so we didn't get a full match, and considering New Zealand got 401 runs, they kind of deserve the victory. Maybe they can actually consider this a moral victory. Take notes, England. And Australia came up against our old foes, the scummy Poms, and officially ended their chance of making finals, defeating them by 33 runs. How good is that? We're the ones to put the dagger in the heart and eliminate the Poms. Look, it wasn't a pretty performance against England, but a win is a win, and it gives us valuable points for the finals. And Cheeseburger Bairstow going out on that duck. How good was that? Round 9. India embarrassed South Africa. Oh, how the tables are turned on South Africa. To go all out on 83 is an absolute disaster. Bangladesh defeated Sri Lanka by 3 wickets in a meaningless game. I didn't watch it, and I assume a lot of other people didn't either. Australia and Afghanistan. Now, this is my second favourite game of the tournament. Afghanistan batted amazingly. 291 runs would be a record chase for the Aussies, and we started horribly. Only one man could possibly get us out of this situation, and that man was Glenn Maxwell, hitting 201 runs, not out, and with cramp as well. Multiple times Maxie was on the ground, so the strategic genius Pat Cummins, playing his role to perfection, decided to not run at all and let Maxie hit a 6 for as many shots as possible. Pat Cummins would just block every shot in the over after that. So, no, we were able to win in what was one of the greatest innings in ODI cricket. It was absolutely remarkable. A remarkable victory for us that secured us a final spot and a matchup against South Africa. It unfortunately also ruled out Afghanistan from making finals, and to be honest, I'd rather Afghanistan in finals than India, South Africa, and New Zealand. Afghanistan had a terrific tournament and they should be proud of themselves. Absolutely 100%. Round 10, the final round of the group stages. England sadly took down the Netherlands by 160 runs in another meaningless match. New Zealand defeated Sri Lanka, which all but confirmed a date with India in the semi-finals. South Africa ended Afghanistan's most successful World Cup campaign, defeating them by 5 wickets. Australia now have 7 wins in a row, easily chasing down Bangladesh's 309 run total, defeating them by 8 wickets, as Mitch Marsh had a field day with the bat. Pakistan needed a miracle, with a net run rate to go past New Zealand. They not only failed to do that task, but they also lost to the Poms to end their World Cup campaign. India ended the group stage undefeated with a victory against the Netherlands by 160 runs. Semi-final 1. A controversial 3-day-old pitch helped India a lot as they got a total of 397 runs. Virat Kohli also got the most ODI centuries ever with 50. A great effort from New Zealand with the bat, but unfortunately they were unable to chase the score, losing by 70 runs and ruling them out of a chance to win their first ever ODI World Cup. Semi-final 2. The rain forecast for Australia and South Africa was extremely concerning for me, as if the rain delayed the game by a day, it would go to a replacement day, and if that happened, it would be a washout and South Africa would go through to the final. Mitchell Starc got a wicket in the first over as the Aussies strangled South Africa from any runs. South Africa were 4 for 24 at one stage. David Miller's century kept the ship from sinking, but the score was also low, 212. The Aussies were able to chase it down with 3 wickets to spare, but geez, that was some questionable batting decisions from the lads. We made it much harder than it needed to be, but oh well, we've got a grand final to play against India. The final. It was the toss of the coin. Pat Cummins made the decision to bowl first. No one in their right mind would have ever done that. But, guys, it's him. This is an Aussie side who wants glory. We were able to dismiss Gill early. Travis Head took one of the catches of the tournament against the dangerous Rohit Sharma. Virat Kohli came into the crease, playing a test-like innings, but Cummins was able to take his wicket. Some terrific fielding from Australia squeezed India's run flow, and a collapse occurred which got them all out for 240. For the Aussies, we needed 241 runs to lift up the trophy in front of 130,000 Indian fans. Warner went out early with a despicable shot, an absolute brain-dead shot from Mitch Marsh as well, and Steve Smith soon to follow. And Australia were in an absolute mess. But guess what? Travis Head, India's father, exists. Remember, he got the man of the match in our World Test Championship earlier this year against India. And he was able to produce his greatest innings of all time. 137 runs of 120 deliveries. And Marnus, playing a Test cricket role with his 58 not out, gave us our 6th ever World Cup trophy. And the emotion was just amazing. I was up all night for this one, and most nights in this tournament. Ridiculous hours in the morning to watch the Aussies, and to go from seeing us losing 2 in a row to winning 9 on the trot is absolutely terrific and amazing. And I'm so proud of this country. And to get rid of India on their home deck is mental. I was celebrating all night, and I'm celebrating to this day about this terrific achievement. World Cup champions. Let that sink in. Another 4 years of teasing England and India. World Cup champions. Thank you everybody for watching this video. It has taken a while, but it was all worth it in the end. Watching my country, which I'm so loyal to, win another World Cup. It is truly party time. Big summer of cricket ahead of us, with BBL 13 and a couple of test series for the Aussies. On that note, up the Aussies!